Wow. Once I understood with COVID, I've never lost money in real estate from the time I was in it since 1999. And then when I went in out of state, always had great years making great money. Then when COVID came along, what we thought was landlord friendly states and we were protected weren't. And it wasn't so much the courts not being able to evict people. The courts, yeah, landlord friendly state, they're evicted in 6 weeks, 3 weeks, 6 days in some states. But it was the fact that those eviction notices need to be carried out by the sheriff department. The sheriff department might have had four people. Alabama had like two people to cover a county. So that was the backup, not being able to evict these people and give them the notice. Oh, they were evicted, but the notice never make it. So now we're sitting there as owners and we're going, when are they going to get out? They're evicted. Well, I can't get the notice over there. And now the tenants, they form these online blogs, online chat rooms talking about these things. Oh, don't worry about it because there's not enough sheriffs to serve the notice, so you don't have to pay rent. And when they do come, find you another place, make the first down payment for the month, and don't worry, you'll be in there for a year because it's backed up, minimum 8 months. There was a story about a lady in LA who rented this guy's mansion for $13,000 a month. She did, COVID came along, she had money, but she played the game. She stopped paying him rent, he took her to court. Courts were backed up. She stayed in his mansion for over a year due to COVID. So once I realized I lost over $100,000 playing this game, and it wasn't just for rents, it was after the tenants were evicted, going back in, turning over the places, getting them back ready to rent, going back in, fixing them up, getting them back. And I said, I need to prepare because if technology is going to come along and get rid of these jobs from these people, and technology would be a substitute what COVID did, and is going to wipe out, COVID wiped out a lot of jobs. Technology is going to wipe out jobs. I need to get away from this market. I need to get away from this space. There's a reason why big corporations are now wanting to get in my space. Why is that? You have to start looking and analyzing when something's going so good and now the big guys want to come in and buy it out and get involved. They want you out, first of all, but they have a bigger picture. And I tell people, you can't fight and beat them. No matter how much, oh, we're going to stick around. We're going to protest. We're not going to give them this. Yeah, no, you're not going to win. So once I understood that dynamic, I said, storm sell. Get rid of these properties, take that money, reinvest it in something else. But what do I want to do? I bought an 11 unit in Long Beach, California. But I said, I don't want to be in real estate like that. I said, there's faster and easier money to make now that technology is here. You watch companies go from billion to $1 trillion companies in a matter of months. You watch the stock market do these numbers. It's been on the longest bull run ever. And I want you guys to think about why. It isn't just because of the technology aspect, which is a big part. But when a company starts laying people off and firing them, that salary, that money now goes on the books of the company, making this company jump. We've seen many companies whose earnings or numbers might not come in, and then they do layoffs. All of a sudden, numbers go up. Imagine that on a bigger scale. So I said, Storm, you have to learn this market. You have to learn to trade this market, especially once crypto came into play. I've always been into Bitcoin. I've owned XRP and things of that nature for many years. But I said to myself, where are people making a lot of money? We've all seen the movie Wall Street, Margin Call, things of that nature. Those who haven't watched those movies. And you have to say to yourself, man, this thing has been there right in front of my face all these times. These people making millions of dollars in bonuses, but it's never been taught to me. It's never been something that's been there to educate me. When social media came along, then we were able to learn about real estate, trading, options, crypto. The cat was out the bag now. But we have to learn to stop thinking every way you make money is physical. Just because you need a hole dug with a shovel, don't mean you have to be the one to pick up the shovel. There's always a market in everything that needs to be done. You just have to stop being the one to want to do it. Trading, so I made a call to a couple of friends of mine in my space, and I said, I want to learn about trading. Really? Once I get into something, I don't stop. I get addicted. So once I start learning it, started watching about. Here's the great thing, and I want to mention and I'm gonna give you back the floor. I started learning about support and resistance trading, which is retail trading. But once I learned about supply and demand, which is institutional trading, oh my Lord, my brain said, there's two different levels. Just because you know how to trade, support, resistance, and you make money, they're not trading the same way on Wall Street. They're trading supply, demand, liquidity. They doing things where you can make money, but they're making more money. And now I learned that. Like today, I just kept riding Tesla in between its range 5 times today. $8, $8, $10, $10, $5. Just supply and demand. So guys, trust me, go down that rabbit hole and imagine a day. Imagine a day when you can no longer get up and physically go to work anymore. How would you make money? Trading would be that thing to help you make money.
If you want to save time on watching all the episodes, but still get all the gold nuggets that we find from interviewing these 7, 8, and 9-figure entrepreneurs, then you can get all of that inside of the 2 Comma Club newsletter. Just go to 2ccnewsletter.com and subscribe.